got that feeling in your arms and knees, the kind of feeling where you simply freeze. Don't you worry, let me throw you up, 'cause I think I know where you always stuck. You give everything so easily, but there are things you don't let people see. Open up and hammer down the wall, and all the fighting and just let it fall. My love is real and it's not just for the season. Here's what I feel, I don't need a better reason.
Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Or if you are new here, then welcome. I'm JongWildAndFree, and on this channel I do love sharing my Sims 4 build creations that I make into different types of speed builds. If this is something you like to watch, then don't forget to subscribe to this channel and click the notification bell so you will get notified whenever I post new content. Now, as for today's speed build, I built this single dad's home for a request that I got on Instagram. I had really much fun building this, since I did get a bit of a household overview, or a bit of a background story, whatever you want to call it, which made it kind of fun to personalize it, but I also still had the freedom to go wild with pegs and budgets and the interior and all that sorts of things. As I did promise, I will build this in Brindleton Bay, so I choose this lot that is called Tail's End. I had been looking at this lot for a while as well, knowing that I wanted to try and build something new here. I did build on this lot one time before this one. I think it's in between some of my first videos here on YouTube, but I was never really feeling that, or I wasn't feeling that one anymore. I was never really happy with it. So I kind of wanted to replace it for quite a while now, but never really know what to build here, because very quickly your house can become quite big on this lot, I feel like, at least. So yeah, this house at least felt a lot more in place on this lot than my older home, so I'm definitely happy with the end result here. Of course, this lot is a bit more complicated to build on, at least for me. It's totally my opinion, of course, but it is a 40 by 30 lot that is kind of horizontal and not vertical. And I do find it kind of easier to build and furnish and landscape, or build and landscape actually, just on one that is vertical. Nonetheless, I really wanted to challenge myself with this lot, and I already knew from the beginning that what in the way that I wanted to build the garage and how it would connect to the house. So that part is kind of the main inspiration for this entire house. I do not know where I might have seen this inspiration, or if it's from a picture or another builder. If it is, then I'm sorry. It's kind of unplanned. It kind of just came out. I don't know where I have it from. It might just be me that have been looking at a couple of items like that archway from, I think it's Jungle Adventure. I've been looking at that thing for ages, not knowing how to use it, and I really wanted to use it this way. And the way this house was built did fit best for this lot. I don't think I would have been, or it wouldn't have been as much fun to build it on the 40 by 40 lot or on 50 by 50. So yeah, I just started building this off camera to find a shape that I'm happy with before I filming it, because I'm just way too indecisive to build it live or directly when filming. So I did do this mostly off camera, and before I even knew it, this was the end result. It went quite quickly to find a shape, surprisingly. I was kind of stuck. I did bulldoze it one time before I rebuilt it, and the second time around I was very, very happy with it. It did get quite big and spacious, again mostly because the lot is so wide this time around. I don't know. Something like it, but it kind of took me by surprise when trying to figure out a floor plan on how big it actually was. I think the main reason might just be that I did add a loft room as well. So it kind of became 3 floors instead of just 2. So that does create a bit more space as well. I didn't really plan to have a loft, but I kind of wanted to have the windows up there, and before I knew it was a functional room as well. So that's kind of why I made it in a bedroom. So now one of the teens has the honor to have a bedroom all by themselves on the 3rd floor. As for the backyard, it was a bit of a struggle to find out what I wanted to do with it. Again, because of the shape and how this lot is. In some way, there was a bit much grass after my liking, but in other ways there was maybe not enough grass to play around with. I was kind of a bit confused by it all. So while planning out the shape of this build, I knew already that I wanted some room in the backyard, of course, for the kids to be able to play around, since I knew this house was meant for a lot of kids. But I also knew I wanted to have enough space to make the driveway match the road outside of the lot. As you might have seen already, the road covers like the entire 40 size 40 square size of the lot, so that's quite a big driveway to be able to match that. But I really wanted to do that, so yeah, with these requirements in mind, I kind of decided to form the house as a kind of L shape. So I still would have a chunk of grass in the back, but the front could be just totally a driveway. It's kind of a bit of dead space, but to be fair, you have now enough room to place the water slide in the summertime if you want to play around with that thing. And of course, this requested home felt like it was supposed to be for a very family-oriented house. It was supposed to be very family-oriented, at least that's how it felt for me. So that's kind of where most of the space that was left over is kind of pointed towards children, instead of having a fancy man cave room or whatever adults room in that way. So in the backyard, I merged the island living swing set in a debug tree to give it a more of a natural look. I wish we had some more swings and tree houses that you could place. I think it was in The Sims 3 or 2. You had this ginormous tree with already some playground huts in there. Those I really miss sometimes, so I kind of did a bit of it myself. I was first thinking of building a tree house, but I just wasn't in the mood to try it out. So I did the swings in the tree, and next to it I placed this little play hut as well, so it's 2 separate things instead. I did also make the pond, of course, which kind of does not seem very family friendly or child friendly, but in my head this single dad might have bought the house later on, and the pond was already there anyway, so he just kind of kept it there. I don't know, something like that. So I just needed something to fill up the empty space, and I really wanted to make a pond, but it doesn't really feel child safe, but I don't know. You could always remove it if you don't like it. And then of course you had this play hut, as I said. I just made it a tiny one, so there's just one dollhouse in it, and I think there was some other toys around in it. Just a bit of a cozy space for the children to play. And next to it I made, of course, my classical sandbox, of course, with the slide and the monkey bar, just as I always do. And then you of course also have the porch at the back. That's kind of big. It takes me a while before I remember to furnish it actually. But I kept it kind of simple with a small grill and some different seating options, so your toddler can actually sit outside and eat, because your toddler can sit on the dining table, and I'm definitely not in the mood to place a high chair outside. The high chairs are already kind of bugged, so I don't want my toddler getting stuck outside in the rain or something, or the thunder, so no high chair outside, but it can sit on the couch voluntarily if it wants to. Now, as for the inside, there is a lot to mention, of course. I can start off talking about the garage, which also has the laundry room at the end. I do kind of like to keep my garage kind of, I don't know, simple, sometimes messy, but this one has kind of room for the second car. I just placed the other car outside. I don't know if it's very usual that teens could drive cars, maybe in other sides of the world. Here it's not, you need to be 18 plus to be able to drive alone, but I kind of imagine that maybe the teen girls have the one car that's parked outside and dad is a bit more careful with his car and place it inside or something. Now these cars are of course debug cars that came with the latest cheat that was in the update before the last one, I think it is now. But I have saved those cars for myself. I did size them down and put them in a room and put that room in my library. That way I can always easily find them back. Because even though I kind of started to get used to the new debug items and where they are placed, it kind of is a bit quicker just doing it that way, at least for the cars. And by the way, I also again struggled a lot with filming this, or not a lot, but a portion got corrupted again because I hadn't paid attention towards my hard drive almost being full, and of course I didn't get notified when it was full. So yeah, I didn't record everything, and then the entire part got corrupted. So from the kids' playroom that I will build in a second at least, to the second kids' bedroom upstairs, I had to refilm because that is the part that got corrupted. So if that part goes a bit quick or seems a bit quick, or items that are already there all of a sudden, that's just because I filmed it earlier and I technically already had placed all the furnishing, but it was again such a big chunk that I kind of refurnished it and refilmed it for you to be able to see it, but that kind of also, I don't know, makes it easier and faster for me to film because I already knew what I wanted to have where. There are also a few things that I've cut out. I tried keeping most of it in so you could rather skip it yourself, but some parts that I did feel I didn't want to have added in are some of the bathrooms. I think all of them upstairs are not in this video. And then there's some outside decorating as well. You might have already noticed that I didn't show you that I placed the shutters and the flower boxes. The reason that I really didn't want to show those parts is just because I know I moved the camera way too much, and this time the landscaping was a bit in the way as well. So to avoid you getting dizzy from me turning the camera so much and having the camera jump so much because of the, I don't know what, that bug that also makes your video or the camera jump all the time. That's happening like with every window, so to not make you dizzy or anything, I just didn't add it. Now again, let's continue a bit more for the inside. I have of course this entrance area, and it became a bit bigger than I would like to, but I thought it is a big family, so that's kind of why I placed a cheap kitchen cabinet or the base game kitchen cabinet on the wall to look like extra storage, because with so many people you will have a lot of winter coats and other coats and stuff that, yeah, you could put in extra storage instead. I did also kind of place a backpack for every kid, besides the toddler of course. I really wish we had some more of these daily items, like clutter, but maybe in the future. It would be nice to have more variants of backpacks and not cloaks, but coats and shoes and all that. That would be much more fun. But there are a lot of places in the house that I always feel I use the same items over and over again because I don't have anything else to replace it with. Now again, moving on for the entrance, you get to the kitchen almost immediately to the right. Now for this floor plan that might not make totally sense for you, since the distance between the kitchen and the living room is quite big this time. Usually I keep them quite close together, but for this floor plan it worked at best if the kitchen was directly to the right and the living room was at the end, because the living room is the one room that has the entrance to the porch as well. So yeah, it felt nicer this way. As for the kitchen, I kept it quite open floor plan with the hallway and their dining area. This made it feel quite nice and big and open, of course. And as for the dining table, I did place the round table from, I think it was the Jungle Adventure one. I always mix that one up with the laundry one. And I actually remembered to place a toddler high chair. I did not connect it to the table, I put it on the angle just because I find that nicer. So yeah, this time I actually remembered to place all toddler items, even the dog items. If you want the cat here, then you need to post or place the scratching post in the litter box yourself, but the rest I actually remembered. So the high chair is here, the potty is here, the bathtubs are here. It isn't very often that I remember all of it, but when I do remember all of it, it feels really good. Now continuing on the hallway. First there's of course the stairs up, and I placed a curvier board as well at the back of the stairs. I think I placed it later, I can't remember. And I made of course that little reading nook with the 2 cute hamster chairs. So here can some of the kids either sit and do their homework or just read something. In the living room, we will get there in a minute, I think. I kept it quite basic, and I did place a fireplace here and the dog's toy chest and a pet bed. And I did actually merge 2 couches together and to get the L shape. And yeah, I did also kind of size down the coffee table here. So you need to keep in mind that that one is sized down, so it might be looking funny when you start putting things on it, like plates. Usually they float above it. And usually I'm not a big fan of sizing down tables or any of those kind of surfaces, but sometimes it just looks way better that way. All the things that I've placed on the first floor is the children's playroom, where they can do some homework. The kids, the 2 children, did not get a desk in their room, so they could sit there and do their homework here. And there aren't really many toys in this room. So calling it activities room for children might be a better name. And next to this activities room, there's of course this toddler room that I will talk more about soon. And the toddler room with all the other bedrooms have their own bathrooms. And there is 1 toilet next to it as a guest toilet without a shower or anything. Now, before I kind of tell you about each bedroom, I wanted to mention the list of household members that I did get for this request, together with each sim's favorite colors and hobbies. So I kind of will tell about the room and the sim at the same time. So I'm going to start off with the head of this family, of course, which is the dad. And you will see his room later on. I didn't get any specific colors for him, but I was told he is a doctor and therefore needed an area with a PC so he could work a bit from home as well. For him, I chose the steel blue color scheme that I quite often go for, since it's apparently my favorite color scheme. And I made him a little office nook in his bedroom. Here he can do some work from home as well. So the PC is here and some notebooks and a bookshelf, I think. His bedroom is on the 2nd floor, just as the next family member, which is the teen daughter. She loves pink and everything with music, so her room might be the easiest one for me to decorate, or was the easiest one for me to decorate, since pink isn't too hard of a color to find in the Sims 4. So I made it quite girly, placed a keyboard, 2 guitars and a violin. And of course I had to make one of the guitars the Freezer Bunny one, because that one is pink and it fitted perfectly. I also felt that the teen deserved to have her own laptop, so she has a desk with a laptop on it, so if she wants to do homework in her own room, she could just put the laptop in her inventory and then you have a desk in the room as well. Next on the list was the other teen daughter, and she has the loft space all to herself. She's into everything black and mysterious and loves writing. I don't think I have been able to capture mysterious, but I don't know, that's probably each their opinion. Now for this room I did struggle the most, I think, but I might also end up loving it the most at the end. I first tried off camera the dark colored walls, went full emo style, or full god style. I don't know what to call it. But eventually I did not like that, and I struggled too much with those colors. So I ended up choosing a basic light grey color from Parenthood. So it matched all the kids' wallpaper as well. And I simply placed the dark and purple furniture around it. So that's where the black comes back. Together this became really nice color scheme, I think. Especially the black with the purple, pink, I don't know. It's really, or it's a kind of neon pink and neon purple. So not the baby pink like the other teen, but the more, I don't know, heavy pink color. So those together did end up in a really nice color scheme, I think. I hope that fits this teen perfectly. It's still a nice room at least. And of course this teen also needed a laptop since she likes writing. So she did get a desk with a laptop. Again, if you want her to do homework there, so you could put the laptop in her inventory. And instead of music items, she got a TV nook with a little couch in her room. And of course her own bathroom is on this floor as well. The next kid on the list was the child daughter, and she loves the rainbows, the color blue, and playing with toys. Her color choice was also a bit tricky, since I do not know about many rainbow colors or things or items in this game, but in the end she got, I went for the cloudy wallpaper from Parenthood, combined with some pinks and purples to, I don't know, give the rainbow feel. And a few rainbow items that I knew of, I did place as well. So that are probably only the curtains and one shelf and the air balloons, I think. Something like that. And she has, of course, the room also on the second floor, together with her brother's room. And he is also a child. And he loves blue with yellow and likes art and sports. And I must say the color combo blue and yellow was a bit tricky as well, because I was going for the sports theme. So the yellow kind of changed more to orange in this case. I can again not really control those color swatches, but I liked it really much this way. So I wasn't really in the mood to make another blue and yellow dinosaur room. So I kept it to a blue and orange sports room instead. I did also place a craft table in his room, but the most coolest item there is probably his own foosball table. It's an item that I hardly ever use, but after today I might need to place it more often in children's rooms when it is sports teams, because it was kind of perfect. And yeah, after him you have of course the last household member, besides the dog of course, but I didn't really get any specifics of the dogs. I don't ever know if it is a small or a big dog, so I just kind of placed for a small dog, and I don't know, it's just replacing the pet bed if it's a large dog you want to have in this house. But yeah, the last member is the toddler, of course. You already have seen his little room. And this little boy is into blue with a bit of red and loves cars and toys. So of course I had to give him that car bed that is red. But most of the room is still more blue, I think. And I placed quite some cat and dog items with the My First Pet Stuff items to be able to use that blue color. I really like the blue colors that came with that pack. Or I just like the items that came with those two packs at all. So yeah. But I do think that's all I have to say about this build. I've mentioned all the sims and what they like. So I don't know. No, I don't have anything more to say. So I will not ramble any further. So I will put on some music for you. And then there are of course some more screenshots at the end as well. Now, if you do want to download this build, you can find it under my username JongWildAndFree on the gallery, or under the hashtag JongWildAndFree. And always remember to have move objects on before placing any of my builds, just to be sure nothing gets removed. If you do absolutely want to re-upload any of my builds, then you are technically allowed to, but please do not call it your own, and at least credit me by putting my name as a hashtag. That way I can see it also that you have re-uploaded it, or I can find it back that you have re-uploaded it. Plus I am always kind of curious to see what you have done with the place if you have made any major changes. So please do tag me. I do hope you still like this build and enjoyed this video, and if you did, then don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you would like to see more of my creations, you can always subscribe to my channel or follow my Instagram or Twitter. For now, thank you so much for watching, and I do hope I see you next time. Bye bye!
Grab a road, I'm filled with promises. Truth is hard to bear, sometimes untold. Hope builds up as we grow old. Grab a road, send me an extra hello. Your whispers set dawn are soft. Greeting morning's gentle touch. Oh, what glorious days. Nature's smitten me with your grace. After 1,000 miles of singing songs, tall grass branches, swans and ponds. Promises are fleeting thoughts. I merely connect the dots. Your whispers at dawn are soft. Greeting morning's gentle touch. Oh, what glorious days. Nature's meeting me with your grace. Your whispers at dawn are soft. Greeting morning's gentle touch. Oh, what glorious days. Nature's meeting me with your grace. Your whispers at dawn are soft. Greeting morning's gentle touch. Oh, what glorious days. Nature's smitten me with your grace. It's been 4 weeks since you called, and I've been waiting here for you all along. I've been waiting here for you all along. Where you been? Where did you go? I wonder if you found what you're looking for. Wonder if you found what you're looking for. I hope it's not too late. I want you back here with me. We never should have said it's better this way. I'd rather be with you than someone I don't know. Now it's like we're living in two separate worlds. Come on back to me. Say that you won't go. I can't cope without you, and I wanna hold you close. Say that you won't go. Say that you won't go.
been so cold without you here. We barely said goodbye before you disappeared. It's been so cold without you here. I'm not gonna lie, don't know what I'd do without you. Maybe we could try to figure out a way to put our past aside. I've realized I only want you. I hope it's not too late. I want you back here with me. We never should have said it's better this way. I'd rather be with you than someone I don't know. Now it's like we're living in two separate worlds. Come on back to me, say that you won't go. I can't cope without you and I wanna hold you close. Say that you won't go. 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 I'd rather be with you than someone I don't know.